Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Rabbi srahli sadari wa yassirli amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Respected elders and beloved brothers and sisters in Indonesian Muslim community in Calgary, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inshallah, we will continue our reading of Surah Yusuf. Today, we will cover verses number 26 and 27. Before we start, let's recite these verses together. Insyaallah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qala hiya rawadatni an nafsi wa shahida syahidum min ahliha in kana qamisuhu qudda min qubulin fasadaqat wa huwa minal kadhibin wa in kana qamisuhu qudda min duburin fakazabat wa huwa minas sadiqin. The standard translation of these verses are as follows. Yeah. So Joseph responded, yeah, it was she who tried to seduce me. Yeah, we will cover in detail in a minute, but let's read the standard translation for a moment. And a witness from her own family testified, if his shirt is torn from the front, then she has told the truth, and he is a liar. But if it's torn from the back, then she has lied and he is truthful. All right. Okay. So this is obviously continuation from our lessons or our reading together rather a few weeks back. Yeah. So here the ayah, the verse started with the defense from Yusuf. Now this is very interesting because there are two occasions in this surah. Yeah. In one occasion, this occasion, Yusuf defended himself. But in the other occasion, later in the surah, Yusuf didn't defend himself. Yeah. So now, but we'll cover that in few weeks' time. The one that he didn't defend himself, and we'll come back to this ayah later on as well. But for now, let's analyze the situation where he defended himself. Yeah. So as we said before, Yusuf was a slave. He's a special slave, but he's still a slave. And the wife is a honorable woman, the wife of the Aziz, yeah, the treasurer of the country. So he was the only Muslim in town, yeah, the town of Memphis, according to some of us here in Egypt. So he was in a precarious condition, yeah, precarious situation. So he's really cornered in this case, right? So he needed to defend himself. So there are certain occasions where we are in the lower hand, if you like. Yeah, we are in a precarious situation. We need to defend ourselves for our honor, and this is where Yusuf. He is a slave. Yeah, it's very easy for people to just point finger to him. Yeah, but he wanted to defend himself. He's the only Muslim in town. He wanted to defend himself. Yeah, so unlike the wife of the Aziz, where she said vaguely, like, what is the punishment for someone who intended evil? Yeah, so she didn't, she wasn't so specific, right? But Yusuf here, let's read the ayah. Yeah, he is very specific. Yeah. Qala hiya rawadatni an nafsi. Okay. So he said, Qala, hiya, see. Now, this is also interesting. He didn't, Yusuf alayhi salam didn't respond. You were the one who tried to seduce me. Direct. No. Although she's just in front of him, but she said she was the one who tried to seduce me. So, and in a way, Mufassirun said this is a little bit, although he defended himself, but he still has an he still honor the wife of the Aziz, right? He does not you no, then say that. She was the one who tried to seduce me. Yeah, but at the same time, he's very specific. Unlike the wife who said, what was the punishment for someone who intended evil? What evil? What kind of this specific? No, but here Yusuf said, she tried to seduce me. So it's quite specific. So meaning that it's more reliable because it's more specific, right? Sometimes when someone accused vaguely, it's not really credible, right? But this one is very specific. Yeah. Although he alayhi salam used the third person. Yeah. Si rawadatni, seduce me, an nafsi, seduce me. Yeah. Then the next one, wasyahida syahidum min ahliha. Yeah. So, and a witness from her own family testified. So there are many opinions as to who this shahid, who this witness is. Yeah, but it's not really the point, right? The Quran said that someone from her family. So we can say, or the Mufassirun already, what they thought about this is that first of all, the Aziz, the husband, probably had some doubt to the answer of his wife, right? And he know Yusuf, right, alayhi salam, and he probably believe in Yusuf, but he wants to give benefit of the doubt to the wife. Yeah, so he felt like I don't really trust her. The answer is not credible, and Yusuf is so honest person. But let me give her a benefit of the doubt. Yeah, so he chose a shahida min ahliha, from her family. Yeah, so first probably, okay, I give her benefit of the doubt. Let me find a witness from her family. We'll come back to the word witness in a minute, but from her family. Yeah. So probably he want to make sure that also maybe he also feel that first, if it's from her family, even when she's wrong, this witness will not spread it out, right? Just keep it within the family. So that's first. Yeah. Second, despite his doubt, he probably want to make sure that this witness will more in line with his wife, side with his wife, rather than with Yusuf. Yeah, for whatever reason, but it's inclined. Yeah, he chose not anybody, right? Maybe from his wife's side, right? Because he wants to give benefit of the doubt to his wife, not to Yusuf. Yeah, after he tried Yusuf, but at the end of the day, Yusuf is a slave, right? So that's why Yusuf defended himself, because it's easy to point finger to the slave, right? So shahidum min ahliha, and this is the witness, right? So in the classical Islam or the mainstream Islam, you need to have 2 eyewitnesses, yeah, for a crime. For zina, 4, but for other 2, yeah. But this ayah is used by people who said that, well, you may not see the actual event, right? But you may have a circumstantial witness. Yeah. So here, obviously, he didn't see it, right? If you follow the story, right, it was Yusuf, his wife, and the husband who suddenly show up by the door, right? But anyway, so this person said, okay, so this expert witness or circumstantial witness, right, would say, if he served, so he know there is a serve there. He most likely he hasn't seen the serve, yeah, because the way the way the ayah said, right, if his serve is turned from the front, then she has told the truth, yeah, and he is a liar, because obviously if Yusuf is the person who approached the wife, he would face her, and when the wife defended, she would attack Yusuf from the front, right? So is it here? If his Afwan, if his shirt is torn from the front, then he has told the truth. Afwan, and she has told the truth. Yeah, and he is a liar. So that's the ayah. Yeah. And then the continuation in ayat 27. But if it's torn from the back, then she has lied and he's the truthful. Yeah, wa in kana qamisuhu qudda min duburin fakazabat wa huwa minas sadiqin. Sadiqin. So he's the truthful. Yeah. So of course, if the wife was trying to approach, so Yusuf would run from her, and it would be from her, his shirt from the back, right? It's also interesting here before we close, right? Remember we talked about the Surah Yusuf is the Surah of three shirts. Yeah, here it's the same. This is the second shirt. Yeah, the first shirt is when Yusuf shirt was torn by his brothers, right? They used the word racing as well. We were racing, and then this Yusuf was severed by wolf. What a kind wolf, yeah. The wolf ate Yusuf, but not the shirt. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense, right? But anyway, that's where people lie. Yeah, when people lie, sometimes if you look into it, it doesn't make sense because they make it up. Yeah, and the same thing here. You see, Afwan, that when she lied, is also something that can be analyzed, and it didn't make sense, yeah, or at least can be found out, yeah, as to who spoke the truth, yeah. So here, the second shirt. But in any case, despite Yusuf being truthful in this case, we found out that he would be put to jail. So the second shirt also is not really a happy story for Yusuf, but we will see later on, right? That in the third shirt, inshallah. Yeah. So that's let me see if we have if I have some note from the other references that we have. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So it's our reading together for of Surah Yusuf today. Barakallahu fikum wa afu minkum. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.